When I work with clients at my retreats or one-on-one, a lot of what comes up a lot is really, how did I get here? How did I get so far gone that I'm this burned out without me even realizing it? I'm going to talk to you today about how I made it sound like a PBS special. I'm going to talk to you today. It's not going to be that boring, I promise, okay? But I'm going to talk to you about how burnout really sneaks up on us and a couple of my very quick tips to help you to redeem yourself, help you to get through it. So let's go. Hey friend, welcome to the Ready to Rise podcast. This is the podcast for ambitious, successful women who've checked off all the boxes. The career, the routines, the self-help books, and therapy, we've done it all. But if you're still feeling numb, stuck, or like you're just going through the motions, you're in the right place. Because I've totally been there, and I've healed myself using the tools that I now teach. I got certified in them so that I could help other women do the same. I'm your host, Audrey Rose, a registered nurse and somatic life coach, and I'm here to help you stop just coping, stop just going through the motions, and actually start feeling good again in your life, feeling happy again. Each week, we explore nervous system regulation, emotional wellness, and rituals that are rooted in ancient wisdom, ancient practices, so you can stop just going through the motions and stop just getting by and start really feeling lit up and alive and fully plugged in again. This is about real happiness, the kind that fills your body, lights you up, and helps you create a life that you are obsessed to wake up for. So are you ready? Because I'm excited to help you feel like you again. So burnout really sneaks up on us. It's like 1 minute you are doing everything, right? You have the career, like the high achieving helping career, I like to say, right? You're a teacher, social worker, nurse, all of those things. You are a mom, you're doing all of the things. You're staying on top of the PTA bake sale. You have your kids, crazy outfits for Spirit Week ready, right? You are getting your hair done constantly. You're keeping yourself well maintained. You are keeping your husband happy and making sure that he has lunch every day to go to work, right? But slowly you'll start to notice yourself a little bit grumpier, snapping at your husband if he even talks to you the second that you get home, right? Yelling at your kids and then being like, oh my God, I cannot believe I did that. I'm turning into so-and-so, I don't want to be like that. You'll notice yourself needing a lot more sleep, being slower at processing things. You have a lot of brain fog. And the thing is, it really sneaks up. So maybe for a couple of weeks, you notice that you're just a little bit more irritable towards your husband, your kids. Then you start to notice that you're very grumpy towards people, everybody. You're at Target and you're yelling at the people, that maybe in your head, I hope, but you're yelling at the people that park their cart in the middle of the aisle, which would be my husband. And I'm so sorry. But, those kinds of things, right? Or you're just really irritated, at somebody calling you. I know for me, somebody accidentally knocked on my door the other day, and I'm a night shift girl, and that I was mad in my head about that for hours. The thing is, we start to go these things just slowly sneak up, right? Next thing we know, we're full on burned out where we just can't even leave the couch, even though the weather is perfect outside and you're like, I got to get this dog walked. You just can't bring yourself to do anything. And then things start to pile up. What happens is we get so overwhelmed that leads to even more burnout. So I need to have I think a serious chat with you, as much as I sound not serious. It's so important to start looking at your life in full, because we constantly think that this is just a season. It's just football season. Oh, it's just soccer. I don't have kids that do these things. My son-in-law is in India studying right now, but we think it's this. We think it's just this tough season. Oh, it's just a season where I'm picking up a lot of overtime right now. So it's okay. It's going to get better. It's just this time. Well, I'm just doing this for right now. But it's not when we look at the grand scheme of things. And especially when you can just kind of zoom out and look at your whole life, just noticing the things that we do on a daily basis, those are not more stressful necessarily. They're not causing you more stress just because it's a hard, busy season. Those things are always on your plate. They're always extra and they're always stressful regardless, right? So I want you to start to like really zoom out and look at all of the things that you are doing on a very constant basis, right? Not just the soccer or the football season or whatever it is. I want you to look at everything that you're doing. Okay, I noticed myself constantly taking my dog to the vet lately because she's getting a little bit older and it's just so much lately that keeps happening. I noticed this happening. I noticed this happening. How can I make it easier for myself in the future so that I can start to reduce my load and hopefully prevent some burnout? That's like the question I need you to ask yourself. I really would truly, truly love for you to get away for a weekend, chill, reset, unwind, refresh yourself, and then take like a good day to think about all of this. Look at it from like this outside perspective. Like, okay, I noticed that something that really gives me a lot of stress is the kids, and the husband dentist appointments seem to sneak up on us. It's like, oh my God, it's been 6 months. I didn't go. I didn't realize. Okay, now I'm scrambling. And now that's causing a lot of extra stress because those things put us in fight or flight mode. When you are scrambling to get something done at the last minute, it's absolutely fight or flight mode, right? Or if you're like me and you accidentally stop going to the dentist for a little while and then you have to get a freaking root canal, talk about fight or flight mode because that hurt so bad. It became an emergency root canal. I had to get it so quickly done and it took days of just like dealing with this, right? And quickly. It wasn't planned. When things are planned and they're on your schedule, I know you, right? You are a smart, high achieving woman and you can do it. Because when things are on your schedule and you're planning in advance and you're paying, that's how you probably operate. I'm sure most of you, right? You think ahead and you have time to like get everything in order and do it. But what happens is if we are not in that, if we don't flip that switch to get ourselves there, we're not going to be able to function. We're going to keep living in this fight or flight mode on the flying by the seat of our pants, right? You're doing everything on the fly basically. And that leads overall to burnout long time or, in the long run. So start to like zoom out and start to create some systems. Okay, I know that I tend to need groceries 2-3 times a week, right? How can I streamline that? How can I streamline and meal prep for the week and, maybe get groceries once or twice? How can I maybe look on Sunday nights and choose the recipes that I'm going to cook for that week, find the ingredients, then look through the fridge, do I need milk, butter, etc.? And how can I streamline that process that every single Sunday, I only have to take a little bit of time because I know everything that's there. How can I streamline the laundry, right? Maybe we start to have a laundry day. Well, I'm sure in a busy household, you have more than just one laundry day, but I just have one because I am blessed. But how can I streamline that? For me, every single Monday is laundry day. My husband knows to get his things out of wherever they're stashed. I don't even understand and get them into the hamper and make sure they're there. And if not, he'll even do the laundry because it's easy and we know, hey, God, this has to get done today, right? How else can you streamline things? Are there, appointments? This is the big kick that I've been on lately personally, is starting to notice, okay, like what are my appointments and start to create them in advance. Like I'm talking in advance. How can we streamline those things? I love to look ahead and see, okay, like my dog, right? She needs XYZ appointment this often. So how am I going to create those? I like to try to create them in advance. And yeah, they're usually very accommodating at the vet that I go to where I don't have to go that far in advance. But you know what? Having it on my calendar, not having to think about it, it's ready to go. It just becomes a system. It just becomes automated. The dentist, right? I have my 2 appointments booked in advance and then I'll get another 2 later. I love to do it that way. And I started booking my husband's appointments like that too, so that everything is just streamlined. I know what we're doing because if I have to scramble at the last minute, what happens is it's overwhelming because that on top of a career that's very draining, putting you in fight or flight mode, on top of life in general, all the unexpected things that happen that you can't account for, you can't predict, if you have to scramble to get a dentist appointment on time, it's just going to wipe you out, and it's going to overwhelm you to the point that you just can't handle it. And then you have to cut back on other things that were more important. For somebody who is facing burnout or teetering on the edge, you have like those certain amount of spoons for the day, right? It's like, okay, if I'm using a couple of spoons to, do my job and to do life and cook for my family, whatever, I can't use a chunk of like 5 spoons to deal with this emergent situation that popped up because I wasn't preparing in advance. Okay, so many of you have been asking me, Audrey, I love nervous system regulation. I love the tools that you have been talking about, but like, what do I do really quickly in the moment? Like, how do I reset my nervous system when we are feeling overwhelmed, when we are feeling extra stressed, when we are feeling even just unmotivated or kind of like numb or empty? We need to reset our nervous system. We need to regulate our nervous system. And so I created a free on-demand training for you. It's only 30 minutes long. It is free, and you can literally get it today and like start watching it right away. And it is here in my link in my bio on IG at Hello Audrey Rose, or you can find it down below in the show notes, but it's the nervous system reset. I included a very quick 2-minute, yes, I literally mean 2-minute practice for you that you can do anytime, anywhere, so that you can quickly reset your nervous system and get back to living the life that you are obsessed to wake up for. That is literally my motto. It's the most important thing to me, for you to regulate your nervous system and get back out there and start living life again. This quick training will give you a little bit of the know-how, a little bit of the why this is happening, things that you can do to really shift back out. But that 2-minute tool has been helping so many women. Literally thousands of women have already gotten this free training, and I know that it's been helping. I've been getting so many messages afterwards about how much this is helping them to change their lives. So, like, we have to start accounting for that and trying to look ahead where we can and create systems for things. Grocery shopping's huge, laundry's huge. I know a lot of people, honestly, who are starting to delegate things, basically, or I don't know the right way to say this, but like get it off of their plate, right? People that are getting their groceries delivered and they have like their like grocery list on, I wanted to say autopilot, but it's not. But it's like you can, on that app, Instacart, you can like reorder the same order, right? People that are doing that. I know a lot of people who get their laundry sent out now because it's just like a huge pain point in their marriage. Just looking at where you are getting the most overwhelmed. Is it with appointments? Is it with laundry? Is it with groceries? Or is it with something entirely different? Is it with the school pickup? Is it with kids doing sports and like your husband's home chilling, but you have to run everybody around? What is it that's the most stressful and that's overwhelming you the most? And how can you get a system in place to start not preventing the stress, because there's always going to be life stress, but how can we start to reduce that? Because the more often that we are living in that fight or flight mode, the more often that we are in this full-on stress response that we're not coming down from. And in the long run, that is going to create massive burnout to the point where you are going to be like, I just can't. I can't for weeks, if not months. And I don't want to see you get there, right? Highly recommend taking a big break, thinking about all of this, clearing your mind, and then taking a day to kind of step out and look at systems. But you have to clear your mind first so that you can think about it straight. And of course, I have to give a little plug, because what better way to clear your head and reduce the stress and just really reset than a retreat. I am hosting a mountain retreat. It's at this beautiful gated home up in the mountains up here in California. And it's in the Bay Area, actually. And it's just, it's beautiful. I've been there before. I've facilitated a workshop at a retreat there once, and it was just so cool. Such a cool house. Very chill. It's just up. Oh my God. Like, you guys, literally the balconies are just like, it feels like you're just like floating in the forest. Like, it's so, so cool. But what better way and I can't wait to host this retreat. I am going to be going live with dates coming up. And if you are on the email list, you are hearing about it first. I always open, like at the retreat that I'm at, that we're currently hosting, right? Whatever, whenever we're at a retreat, I always open up the next retreat to those current attendees, like right there in real time. And so they have had their picks. So there are some spots taken, but next step is going to be opening it up to the whole email list. And if you're on the email list, you are going to get dibs when I open it up. So if you're not on the email list, go to my IG bio, that link in bio, and just find the email list there, get on it, because I want you to be able to have dibs on this. There are not a ton of spots because I keep it very intentional and very intimate, and I make sure that I'm really connecting with each attendee. Like, I don't host a cookie cutter retreat where we're just having, pool parties and going out to eat. Like, this is like very, very intentional healing time. So it's important to me to keep it small, but get a spot. Spots are going to be limited, so I don't want you to miss out. And again, you're going to see me announce dates really soon. It's going to be in the fall, and again, in the Bay Area hills of California. So come and join us. But until I see you next time, I just love you so much, and have a blessed and beautiful week. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Ready to Rise podcast. It means so much to me to have you here and to get to share all of this with you. If this one resonated, literally just send this to a friend, share it with her right now, because there's so many women out there who really need this information. And I would also love it if you could take a quick screenshot, throw it up on Instagram, tag me at Hello Audrey Rose so that I can connect with you and get to know you. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I will see you next time.